I didn't want to be a leader. I should say I never planned on being a leader. I knew what I admired in certain leaders and mentors I'd had throughout my life and career. Not that I didn't see those qualities in myself, I just wasn't looking for them. I never thought about what kind of leader I'd be if and when I ever got the chance. It just wasn't on my radar. Until it was. I'm a doer. I get things done. I'm the guy the boss always came to when they needed someone to, quote, make it happen. What I realized after a while was, with that kind of desired skill set came influence. I had the ears of people who could affect changes for those of us on the boot level. And the funny thing is that I can't even say that it was me who realized it. It was others at my level that would come to me and ask me to speak up about something we'd all discussed would make things better, or maybe something we could ask for support on. I found myself acting as the voice of everyone around me. On a certain project, I noticed the material was not ready until the entire crew had gathered to train on it, and sometimes even beyond that. So I started to ask if there was anything I could do to help get the material to my fellow facilitators and me sooner. I even offered my 2 cents on how we could make the material just a bit more dynamic and geared toward our end user. I ended up managing the field force for that program and writing material with a fantastic instructional designer to guide my spastic hummingbird brain, testing the material at car dealerships around the country, filming those sessions so my crew could see how I do it, and modeling the material in person for everyone. My goal was to give every facilitator every tool they could possibly need to be successful out in the field. If they failed for some reason, that means I failed to provide them with the tools they needed. But it was so much more. And I can't even take credit for it. It was the team. They drove me to be the best for them, and they were there right along with me. We all realized that some of us were always prepared and relaxed when it came to performing in front of the client for what they called certification of the material. Then there were the ones who were as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. No matter how good they were in front of a dealer or a classroom, the role play in front of the client just seemed to shake them to their core. So we would break into groups and hold practice sessions, making sure we focused on the ones that needed that reassurance. I started matching certification checkpoints to pages and paragraphs in the manuals, and after sharing that the first time, everyone would pass my packet around and copy the number scheme. Some would stay up and wander the halls of the hotel late at night, just pacing. A few of us would stay up late, maybe have a couple drinks, and go check on them to make sure they were okay and getting to sleep at a decent hour. What I realized much later, of course, was that was the kind of leader I always wanted to be, no matter if I knew it or not. I had seen Captain D. Michael Abrashoff speak years ago, then bought his books. He was the type of leader I wanted to be, even if I never saw myself as a leader. So I went back and read his books again. When I left that program, many of us kept in touch. And a few programs later, my network had grown exponentially with people who would constantly say things like, "Take me with you, can you find me a spot, I'd love to work with you again, let me know where you land." I still don't describe myself as a leader. I'm a servant. I'm here to serve the people for whom I'm responsible. I'm not just here to hold my field force accountable, but here to be their advocate, their sounding board, their motivator, and sometimes even their psychologist. I'm here to make sure they have everything they could possibly need out in the field, from knowledge to materials to money. I told one vice president, "You can't love me when I'm holding them accountable and hate me when I'm acting as their advocate. You pay me for both." My desire is still just to be out in the field, coaching, consulting, facilitating. I love helping people improve. I love seeing goals get made, hit, crushed. Maybe it's that desire that makes me want all my people to love seeing the same. Maybe that inspires them. Maybe I wear my heart on my sleeve and they can just tell that I actually care. Especially in an industry where most above us see us as nothing more than human capital. As I look back, I never really knew what a leader was or even had the desire to be one. But through all my assignments, interactions, and relationships, I realized my goals and responsibilities were to do what helps team members own and recognize the best in themselves, and serve them and myself in continually bringing that out. So now I know what a leader is. All the intentionality, skills, and responsibilities. I'm still challenged, maybe even more so, in my desire to serve and lead team members and projects. But now I have clear goals and objectives to accomplish and hold myself accountable. It's an hour-by-hour and day-by-day process, but now I know what it takes to be my best, to bring out the best in others, serve our clients, and do great things in a market and a world that desperately needs it.